umfundisi naye uyasho ukuthi blessed are those babusisiwe abafileyo abafela enkosini utsho umoya bayakusinda ekukhandlekeni kwabo nemisebenzi yabo iza kubalandela. Now this old man says, no, by the way, by sitting there in Nkosini, I'm doing a wonderful thing. Because even if when I die, even your fellow Nkosini, I'll be grand. Now, abantwana bahamba bayedropini. He says to them, Bandabam, ningakhohlwa ukungishela imali ngathi sengiphatheke kakhulu ngifuna uma ngifa ngiyofela ngale ngenkosini ngale. Kanti lo muntu ukhuluma ngenkosi engaphezulu God, he's speaking about God. Now this guy thinks ukhuluma ngaye lo lokuzana. Ngelinye ilanga these guys ningitshela uphela president uMasasonde ngaloko ngikhuluma nje. Mama Mahlathi kube njalo phela nasangena lapha president, my president. Okay, I sign. Abantu were enjoying themselves, you know, at a bar. And unfortunately, the people were Afrikaner-speaking people. Now, Balhalele a bar. There comes the devil. Satan, one by one, people are now vanishing. This guy says, why are these people leaving? He says, no, they are afraid of you, man. They are afraid. So, are you not afraid with me? You are not afraid for me? He said, no, no, no. I'm 30 years married to your sister. It's not slachter as yet. If you think you are cruel, no, it's a joke. Your sister, which I'm married to, is cruel, more cruel than you, the devil. No, thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, by the way, I've done, yeah. You see what? I've made a mistake. Before I left my table there, I just took a sip of red wine. I must confess. The people around that table, they will say, yeah, Bishop, you just took a sip of red wine and then it's up your head. Ladies and gentlemen, with due respect, on a serious note, can we just bow our heads as we are sitting? Baba egameni loyise nelendodana likamoya oyingcwele. Baba misiya othando. Sicela ukudla esizokudla manje nopresident wethu usendleleni makahambe kahle phakathi kwezimoto zo waphazamiseka. Siyabonga Nkosi ukuthi uthumele ingilosi yakho ebuya kwezulwini yamsindisa kuze kube phakathi naphakathi. Amen. Thank you. Mr. Mdluli.
Thank you, Bishop.
Guys, those of you I was sitting with, ningamangali manje mangasezi lapho.
Thank you, Bishop. I was coming and never went with that table. They can't do this to the Bishop. You can't keep filling up the Bishop's glass. You've got to give him water. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, those of you who have not, it's okay. But those of you who have, it's also fine. Your starters have been served. So please do enjoy the starters. And we'll be back with the rest of the program in just a moment. addresses. In the meantime, there's a message of congratulations that needs to go to Dr. Theo Diaga, who is with us here today. But firstly, I want the president of AFASA to come and send that message. We'll take direction from her. Maybe she might call you to the stage, Dr. Diaga, I don't know. Pair to Namla. I don't know if you can hear. But you can sit for now. You can sit for now. Dr. Mahladi, just come with your message for Dr. Theo Diaga.
This is not our FM. That was a secret. It was not supposed to be. Thank you so much. Welcome. At this moment, just before we have our dinner, I would like to welcome everybody for being here. We have had an amazing 2 days and grateful that people continue to be with us and grace us. We are tonight going to have an amazing evening as well, because it is an evening where we celebrate each other. So at this point, because we're not going to say much until the president comes, but as the National Executive Council, we would like Minister, Honorable Minister, to actually pay tribute and recognize, congratulate one of our own. And the appointment of Meneer Theo Diaga as the president of the World Farmers Organization is something that really made us very happy. And we thought we would wait for the right moment to congratulate him. For us as a FASA, it is indeed a very proud moment, because when one of ours is recognized at that level, it gives a sense of pride. It also gives a sense of appreciation of the level of progression of our democracy. And one day I will explain what I mean, but I will not do that tonight because we are having dinner. But just to say, us as a FASA, Meneer Diaga, please come. I'm extremely proud, and I have to say, when I first met him, we started on the wrong footing. And we argued bitterly. But in the end, I was proud that he was the guy who could represent us. But I just want to say, before you say something, don't take it lightly. This honor, I'm talking the world honor, because it comes at a time when we're dealing with the divisions in our own backyard. And your appointment there is not just about you and the world. It is about the responsibility that is bestowed upon you in terms of making sure that you make yourself proud as an African, to stand amongst others in the world and say, I have contributed to cleaning my backyard. And we just want to say, we will be here with you. We will walk with you, but you have to walk with us. We are so proud of you, and we will always continue to support and show the world that we are proud of our own. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam President. Dear Minister, colleagues, are there any Shona speaking people here tonight? Yes. When a Shona woman gives birth and you congratulate her, what do you say? And how does she reply then? Exactly. It's all of us. It's all of us. It belongs to all of us. Afasa, fellow farmers, thank you so much for the wonderful support I enjoyed from you. All throughout my career, when I was involved with Agri South Africa, all the engagements, and then in Sakao, it was you who held my arms high in the Southern African Confederation of Agricultural Unions. Thank you so much that you were there, the Pan-African Farmers Organization, for all the advice. Everything where I knew, I walked into a cul-de-sac and I did not understand exactly what was happening, I always got advice from Afasa how to deal with the issues of Africa. And now in the World Farmers Organization, thank you with all of my heart for the support I got also in Helsinki and after that. You know, God brought a few very special things together in the time in which we live. We live in paradise. There is no continent like this continent. We've got everything which money cannot buy. The soils, the climate, the water, and the people. And what we need are all things which money can buy. Any investor can do it. The linkages to the markets, the technology, the expertise. And now our time has come. The time has come for Africa to kill the dragon of poverty and hunger by creating wealth from the soil. There is not a sector of the economy of this continent that can do more towards the eradication of hunger and poverty in our lifetime as agriculture can do that. And it's not rocket science. It's like in any other war. Unity is strength. It's now our time to take hands between the biggest and the smallest, the richest and the poorest, those up north in Africa and those here down in the south. And in South Africa, we are but a microcosm of the world, a world in one country. Everything comes together here. Our time has come now. Let's show the world what it means to create wealth through agriculture by taking hands. Thank you so much for your wonderful attitude and for all the friendship and the love. Whenever I visit Afasa, this is not my first time. It feels like home. Thank you for that.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your attention. We do a fantastic thing here at AFAS. I think it started yesterday, and I think it must continue this way, right? We eat before we hear the speeches. I think it's a good thing, right? It's a fantastic thing. So dinner is already being served. It is a buffet. We're going to now open for those tables there so that we are orderly, and then just keep moving this way so that we can all get to serve ourselves. So those tables there, right closer to the door, you can already begin to go and serve. Dinner is served. Thank you so much. Dr. Mahajan and Angel. So we want to relive some of those moments today because, you know, agriculture means food, agriculture means wine, and therefore when you put all that together, it becomes a celebration. So we've got a young lady here, all the way from the Eastern Cape. In fact, she tells me yesterday she was performing for Isilo Samabandla, King Goodwill's Welitini. She's a guitarist, she's a songwriter, she's produced this fantastic album, it's called Buyele Kaya, and she wants to come and perform for you. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Naledi Brown.
Morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Njani? Yeah, Naledi Brown. I'm Naledi Brown from the Eastern Cape, based here in Johannesburg. I'm gonna just give you two items, two songs from my album, Buyele Kaya, which I have just released. I'm promoting it. Yesterday I was honored to sing for the King Goodwill Zulitini. I'm just gonna give you two items and then I'll be out of here. Thank you. Wow, no! The sound is not here. Please put it on the CD. What? here today because it has to do mostly with the farmers. Now, next month is Women's Month, and the song means "Nongewula wena tsotsi, you thug. Stop killing innocent people. Stop spilling the blood of the innocent people. One day you will answer." Thank you. Let's go for it.
time, please. As Nalini is singing, I see my friend Lucanio, he can't believe it. Lucanio, that song was not for you, eh? Damtanda Lukut is not yours, she was singing to you, no, it's not yours. Mr. Apani, I know you love music. So you're going to buy this copy. Okay. All right. Nalin, you see that gentleman there? He's buying this copy, okay? All right. Anybody else who wants to get a copy? She's got some CDs right there. Please support it. There's another one there. Okay, there are 2 there at that table, Nalini. There's another one there. 3. Look at what's happening. Are you getting one? Yeah, there's another one there. Right here, 2 here. Right at that table there. Nalini, there you go. Oh, there's some more. You've got people all around here that want that. Andrew. Oh, okay. Andrew, right there. So, I don't know how many you've got there. If you've got about 30. We are good. We are good. We're in business. So that's what we're doing then. Go around all these tables, and the people are getting a copy of Naledi Brown. Did you enjoy that? It's called Wielekaya. I even saw Omri. I'm not sure he understood what they were saying, but he was smiling. Dr. Diakha, I saw you were smiling as well. I think you enjoyed the music. All right. Dr. Diakha, they say you must also get a copy. Take it to Africa when you go out there, okay? And play the music. People are going to love it. Well, folks, I think we are quite at that stage where we're going to be hearing from the president, and I'm sure you can already see that the minister has gone out, the president has gone out as well. They are just briefing the president, who is here now, and as soon as they indicate to me that the president is at the door, what we're going to do is just stand and welcome the president, and we'll continue with the program. Can we all settle down, please, ladies and gentlemen? Can I have your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen? At this point, can we please all rise and welcome the President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency President J.G. Zuma, as he comes in. Honorable President, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. The Minister of Finance, I see, is also here. Honorable Minister, thank you so much. We're going to allow you to have a seat, and of course, we're going to continue with the rest of the program. President, I can tell you, you know your ministers are here. Minister Zogwana is here. The President of the African Farmers Association of South Africa is here as well. The President of the World Agricultural Organization is here as well. You got represented here business people who are farmers. You got represented here financiers, as well as other honored guests that have come to address. We had just done a special performance, and I don't know if Naledi is still anywhere around here. Naledi, are you here? Okay, Naledi, please come closer. As Naledi is coming closer. And President, I'll introduce all the other guests. There's a very important guest who came especially here today to meet you with a particular message. He's celebrating his birthday next week on the 7th of August. And he says, but today I have got to come and meet this man. His name is Tando Mahanja, and he's standing right here next to me. He said, I am not going to sleep today but I've got to come and see the president. I always hear that my father is going to meet the president. Today I want to come and see the president. So there he is, President. He'll whisper in your ear maybe a little bit later on if you get an opportunity to tell you what he's going to say. Right, Tando?
Yes.
Okay, great. You're great there. We may be seated, ladies and gentlemen, please. Tando, the president is calling you. When the president calls you, you must go. Huh? The president is calling you right now. Nalini, are you okay? Thank you so much, Mr. President. I appreciate it. You may be seated. Well, President, le ntokazi vele Eastern Cape beyiculela isilo samabandla izolo eThekwini ithe namhlanje ifuna ukuba la izokushayela nansi le ngoma. I think it's especially for you, President. So please enjoy. Her name is Naledi Brown. Unanali isidili kuzwa buyele ekhaya. Naledi, over to you.
Mandibulise nampu President. Ndiyathemba uzayi-enjoy ingoma yami ethi ngiyamthanda lo bhuti. Andithi lo bhuti kuwe ke President. I'm not saying lo bhuti kuwe. Maybe you can change the lo bhuti and say ndiyayithanda the President. Okay, there we go. Next to you, President, you say I'm kind of open. Thank you, President, for allowing me in advance.
That is fantastic. As Naledi Brown, those CDs are available and continue to support her. I, the President, Isma Zuma said she's going to do the paying as well as it appears, so we do not have to worry at all. But I also see that she is practicing radical economic transformation. As Omri was getting into it, it was fantastic. So transformation is happening right now, right here in Abasa. It's a difficult conversation that we've been having, President. It started yesterday. We spoke about land reform, water allocation, and transformation. It continued today, and I see you brought the Minister of Finance here today, because it's a very difficult one in Kulindaba, and the farmers are waiting to hear what you have got to say on this issue. That is the difficult part. Then the easy part, you're just going to be shaking some hands and congratulating some people who are showing, by the way, President, that if we give them access to the markets, if we help them to commercialize, it is possible, and they can really make a success of this thing and make it work. So those are the two things that you're doing. I know you've been busy, it's been a busy weekend, President, so we won't keep you for long. You do those two things, we will be happy today. But let me ask the President of the African Farm Association of South Africa to just come and address us and introduce the next speaker for us. Dr. Vuyo Mahlatsi, ladies and gentlemen.
Malbongwe. Igama lamakhosikazi. Siyamvula August. His Excellency, President of South Africa, President Jacob Gezehlikisa Zuma, Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, Honorable Minister Zogwana, Minister of Finance, Honorable Malusi Kigaba, the Acting Mayor of Ekurhuleni, the Chief of the Deputy Chair of House of Traditional Leaders, Chief Mahlangu, and my honorable spouse. Dr. Mahlatsi. I was checking unaledi ukuthi angaphazameli. Let me go further and greet the leadership, because it is on their behalf that I am welcoming everybody. The leadership of AFASA, our Secretary General, Mr. Agrima Anjana, and I'm going to request all the members of our council to please stand up from the various provinces. Sibashayeli izandla phela. Thank you. We have amongst us Honorable President, leaders of the agricultural sector. Earlier on, we celebrated the appointment of one of us as the President of World Farmers Organization, Mr. Theo Diakhe. Please stand up. And we would like to thank him for blessing us today. We also have leaders from our sister organizations. We've got from Agri-SA, the CEO, Mr. Omri Fansay, and we've got amongst us, and I'm not going to call names now, otherwise we'll be here the whole night, leaders of the various commodity associations, and we've got excellencies, ambassadors of various countries or representatives who are here. We've got leaders of various government departments, and we have our special guests who will be honored today. And these are 3 women that have demonstrated outstanding contribution, not only locally, but globally, starting at a grassroots level. And we'll hear more about that, but at this point I would like to recognize them. I think, without saying much, we've had a very good conference. We started, Honorable President, yesterday night, and the theme was looking at water, land reform, and economic transformation. The issue of water is a big issue, and very often we focus on land, which is an extremely big issue. But we have recognized that we need to pay serious attention on issues of water. And it was because of that, yesterday, we invited the Minister of Water and Sanitation, Minister Nomvula Mukunya. And she did an excellent job of engaging us. We have here, Mr. President, farmers. This is a conference for transformation in agriculture, and this conference is a conference focusing on commercialization. And what makes me proud about this conference, Mr. President, is that when we were planning it as the NEC, we said, as a FASA, we have our annual conference and AGM. And we have unapologetically focused on on farmers who are subsistence farmers and emerging farmers. And we said, this time, we would like to get a sample across all these farmers, but specifically focus on commercialization. Because we are heeding the call, Mr. President, as you launched or announced at the State of the Nation address this year, where you specifically indicated the program of commercialization, mentioning us as AFASA, as key players in that process. We thought it was important for us to demonstrate that we are ready and up for it. So this conference is proudly sponsored by AFASA. And by that I mean delegates have paid for themselves. The sponsorship that we got was just to assist here and there. But it is one of those conferences where we are proud that we are talking to farmers directly, and they've paid for themselves to be here. And the sad thing about it, or maybe good thing, Mr. Mandrana, is that we had less government officials here because they couldn't all get approvals from their departments to pay. So in a sense, we've had less, but we've had more farmers directly. I just want to lastly say, because you have brought us the Minister of Finance, that we cannot be silent when we have the minister whom we need very badly at this moment in time, because there is no agenda for commercialization without money. Minister, we are, and the CEO of Land Bank, we've summoned him previously to come and address us. And the reason we summoned him is because he had presented his last year financials and presented something that worried us seriously. And this was the book for the previous financial year, which indicated that the 39-point-something billion rand book of the Land Bank only has 2 billion for which has been allocated to black farmers. So 2 out of 39 is a seriously big number 23 years after our democracy. So we sat down with him, and it was very useful because he actually made us appreciate some of the fundamental and structural issues that they face, which is not an excuse, by the way, not at all. But I just want to highlight that part of the issue is about sourcing the money from open markets and having to make sure that the person you give this money to has to pay you back for you to pay back. Not that that's a big issue under normal circumstances, but it is a big issue when you are in a developmental state, and where you source becomes the issue, and what kind of money, the cost of money, becomes another issue. The second issue is around the disbursement approach. The disbursement is through through intermediaries, which is a channel approach, rightfully utilizing the expertise and capability of the commodity and key players in terms of the various sectors. But the problem has been that strategy has not translated to a transformed approach of targeting black farmers. So it has seen that money going to more white farmers. So we are at this point, looking at ways, and this conference is part of that, and we'll present the outcomes to the department and to government under general. Because we believe that most of the thriving, and Minister was here this morning when the study was presented, most of the thriving agriculture economies with strong agriculture have some form of subsidy and support. We know it here at home, historically. So it becomes very clear that we are doing something wrong. And we need to review how, in our approach to liberalize and deregulate, we have, in a sense, disadvantaged farmers, and how we need to look at it in a way that will ensure that we achieve our goals. Secondly, and towards my last point, it becomes clear that the various issues related to land, particularly, are not being resolved appropriately. The issue of title deeds is a sore point and continues to marginalize black families. So it doesn't matter how much money we can make available. If you are having to put collateral and you don't have the means of collateralizing, in my language we have a very simple term. So basically, that's how we feel when we deal with that issue. I'm sorry for people who are non-Xhosa speakers. I don't understand. I don't know the translation of that.
Give up, give up.
So, in conclusion, what we are saying, we will forward to you, Mr. President, our conclusions and recommendations. But we believe that you need, as cabinet, and we know tomorrow you're going to Lekgotla, to have a different approach to post-settlement support.
Yeah.
We need an interministerial, the presentations by Minister of Water and Sanitation and Minister of Small Business have convinced us that the issue of post-settlement support is not an issue that should only reside within the departments of rural development and land reform and agriculture. It addresses issues across the board. So we propose an interministerial committee. We know you have so many IMCs, but we are introducing another IMC today that is going to specifically deal with the issue of post-settlement support.
Amanda!
I think, let me stop there, Mr. President. You know, I was appointed in October last year as president of AFASA. And these guys, the following day, made me toy-toy to the presidency. And I happen to be a member of the National Planning Commission. So the presidency, I have a different relationship with it. So to lead a toy-toy to Union Building was something that I had to do, but it was extremely empowering. So at this stage, I would really request Minister Zokwana to come and introduce our guest speaker. Thank you so much.
My President, President Zuma, let me start by restating a story told by a farmer in Canada. And he says, President, his father advised him that in his lifetime, he will have to visit a doctor when he has got health problems. He may consult a lawyer when he has problems with the law. But 3 times a day, he needs a farmer. Agriculture, President, has proven that it is resilient in the face of all problems: climate change, pests, farmworm, and everything. These farmers were able to produce 15 million tons of maize. What they are struggling now is to find markets. They didn't do that because it was glorious. They did it because they believe that the land has to be used to produce food. As they gather here, President, they don't gather here because they don't know what should be done, but they gather because they have got programs to deal with. Joining them, therefore, President, they are not going to be dealing with politics. I advise them today that the role of churches is to pray for us, we political deployees. Not to say that we must lose power, because that was not done to the Israelis when their king committed mistakes, and they agreed with me that they would pray for the ANC to lead for more years.
Yes.
I'm not here to make a political speech, President. I'm here to introduce you to men and women who wake up every morning, raining or sunshine, or every who work even if there's been a tornado, who knows that beyond it, there's a possibility. President, we've produced 2 world leaders. Today, we're introduced with Dr. Van Jager. I can assure you that in my department, the president of OIE is a South African, an organization that determines food security globally. So farmers, be proud. And I always say to ladies, it is nice to be in your farm in the morning and wash out all that dust in the evening and still be beautiful. So, President, I welcome you. Address these farmers because they've been waiting for you, because they love you, they love the country, they love the soil, and they believe that their task is to fulfill the constitutional mandate that every South African has a right to food. With those few words, President, I would welcome you and call upon you to come and address this gathering of farmers.
Well, thank you very much, Director of the program, and thank you very much, Minister. Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, Minister Baba Zowa, and the Minister of Finance, Baba Gigaba. I'm very happy you're here so that you can hear the voices of the farmers when it comes to money. The leadership and the president of AFASA, acting executive mayor of Eguruleni, the captains of industry, the farmers, members of the academia who are with us here, distinguished guests from different sectors, members of the media who are with us here, our good friends. Without them, how else would the world know what we are doing? Yes. They're doing a very good job. Good evening to you all. Sanbonani, Molweni, Riperire, Dumelang, Nimategwan, Tobe. Good evening. I'm honored to be part of this landmark African Farmers Association of South Africa Agribusiness Transformation Conference. I must also say, good people, I'm not a farmer, so you can't say you are expecting me to tell you what to do, because you need to tell me what to do. I've got a small little piece in my front of my house, which is lying most of the time untouched. And I want somebody to tell me, what must I do? Because I know there's food somewhere there, down there, which does not want to come out. So I need you guys to tell me, what do I need to do? So mine is just to make few remarks, not to tell you about farming. Otherwise, it would be like a sinner telling an angel how to live in heaven. Can't The agricultural sector plays a crucial role in the economy of our country. We value our agricultural sector immensely because it contributes to economic development as well as food security and job creation for our country and therefore for our people. The pioneers of the field of agriculture and agri-business at the Harvard Business School, Davis and Goldberg, in 1957 defined agribusiness as the sum total of all operations involved in the manufacture and distribution of farm commodities, suppliers, production operations on the farm, and the storage, processing, and distribution of the resulting farm commodities and items. It includes all operations on the farm, which means your conference is holistic in its approach to transformation. In our socio-economic development blueprint, the National Development Plan, we estimate that agriculture has the potential to create 1 million jobs by the year 2030. The president knows they were the ones who crafted the plan. A productive agriculture sector also has the potential to transform our rural areas into sustainable economic centers. Our vision for rural development will thus be fully realized when we successfully expand and develop our agriculture sector. This conference is thus an important contribution towards strengthening and advancing the agricultural sector, and most importantly, towards the transformation of the sector. Compatriots, we meet during a difficult period in our country when the economy is under duress. The country faces challenges of sustained low growth and investment, rising unemployment, and the deteriorating position of public finances. In the last budget, growth was expected to be 1.3%. It is now expected that it will be below 0.5%. The weak consumer demand and stagnant business investment in the economy continue to be a challenge. This is exacerbated by the consistent slow growth of the global economy. Lower economic growth means lower revenue and more pressure on the fiscus. However, it is possible to turn the situation around. It requires determination, unity, and the willingness of all sectors to pull together. Government recently announced some actions that we will undertake to improve the implementation of a number of important existing ANC economic policy interventions. If we implement these interventions successfully, which are linked to our 9-point plan, we can breathe some life into the economy. Areas of focus include energy, manufacturing, transport, telecommunications, agriculture, water, tourism, the ocean economy, mining, and industrialization. They also include managing our state-owned enterprises better, advancing information technology development as well as science and technology innovation. Government departments have clear targets and action plans as outlined by the Minister of Finance recently. The agriculture sector has been identified as a key platform for both transformation and growth and job creation. We are pleased, therefore, that the theme of this conference talks to the transformation of agribusiness. Let me emphasize that such transformation does not mean destroying what we have and what works. It also does not mean that we want to destroy commercial agriculture. We fully support all our farmers, black and white, established and emerging. Transformation is aimed at allowing the entry of black people to participate meaningfully in the economy and, in this case, the food production value chain. In the State of the Nation address in February 2017, we directed government to take the lead in effecting radical socio-economic transformation in our country as mandated by the governing party. We said that by radical socio-economic transformation we mean, and I quote, fundamental change in the structure, systems, institutions, and patterns of ownership, management, and control of the economy in favor of all South Africans, especially the poor, the majority of whom are African and female, unquote. To advance this goal in agriculture, government will continue to provide support to smallholder farmers. We also appreciate the feedback we receive from our stakeholders such as AFASA on what else we need to do to provide further support. So this conference becomes very important for that purpose as well. In a recent memorandum to me that the President referred to, I think, when he visited the UN building, people who know how to talk, they would be saying that was the baptism of fire. You called upon the President to ensure that government support the development of emerging farmers and support the programs that are being implemented. You also requested that we declare 2017 the year of the commercialization of the black smallholder farmers. Indeed, government has committed itself to support the commercialization program for 450 black smallholder farmers per year. You raised the other issues, such as you know, the number of issues. And I directed the department, on the basis of what you said, responsible for agriculture and rural development, to engage with all the issues you raised in your petition to me. We indicated that government will utilize all strategic levers at its disposal to advance transformation. In our sector, government is finalizing the Agri-BEE enforcement regulations to enforce broad-based black economic empowerment through the government levers such as licenses, permits, concessions, authorizations, grants, and incentives. The Agri-BEE sector code provides guidelines for transformation in the agricultural sector. Some of the significant aspects in the amended Agri-BEE sector code is the inclusion of farm workers under ownership scorecard. The Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries has also established the Agri-BEE Fund, which is geared towards increasing black entrepreneurs in the sector. The fund covers the funding of qualifying enterprise development initiatives, which are targeted at creating economic access and participation for black people in the agricultural sector. I've requested the department to continuously report on the implementation of the Agri-BEE sector code government undertakings. In this regard, the national and provincial agriculture departments will provide status reports on their implementation of BEE elements such as employment equity, management control, skills development, preferential procurement, enterprise development, and the socio-economic development. Currently, the Department of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries, in partnership with the Forest Sector Charter Council, is working on the development of a funding scheme for black foresters. Work is definitely being done to ensure transformation in the sector. We also urge our farmers to utilize the existing programs such as the Comprehensive Agriculture Support Program, Ilima Lisema, Land Care, and Mafisa, the micro-agricultural financial institutions of South Africa, which seeks to address the financial services needs of the smaller holder farmers and agribusinesses. We have also introduced innovation and innovative programs such as the agricultural parks or agri-parks in all 53 district municipalities. The parks will provide much needed markets for emerging farmers. We are also looking at the establishment of more marketing outlets for emerging farmers and the establishment of local municipal markets. The ANC Lekgotla at the weekend discussed an important issue of possibly providing preferential access for emerging farmers into large government markets such as hospitals, schools, or prisons. We are also aware of the need to invest in recruiting, training, and supporting agricultural extension officers who should be knowledgeable and able to assist farmers. With regards to the future of the sector, we are encouraged that young people are demonstrating a keen interest in the acquisition of land. We should ensure that this interest goes beyond land ownership to the willingness to productively utilizing the land. We would be happy to see more learners taking up agriculture as a subject and more of them going to agricultural colleges. The Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries Department has developed the Young Producers and Entrepreneurs strategy that seeks to primarily support the establishment of youth-owned and/or managed enterprise, youth entrepreneurs, and other activities that will encourage active participation of youth in the agricultural, forestry, and fisheries sector. Recently, the department has introduced the Youth in Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries, also known as the hashtag YAFF. This youth initiative intends to increase the participation of young producers or entrepreneurs in the mainstream of the agriculture, forestry, and fisheries sector. It also encourages the South African youth to aspire for excellence in agriculture, forestry, and fisheries. Transformation must also include women in agriculture. Government, through the Department of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries, recognizes women in agriculture through its flagship program known as the Female Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. All the interventions in agriculture will succeed if all sectors work together. It is for this reason that we developed the Operation Phakisa in Agriculture, Rural Development and Land Reform Program in Agriculture, which we launched in February this year in Tswana. It brings together government, business, labor, academia, and the agricultural sector to find solutions and boost the agricultural sector. The Operation Phakisa on agriculture, land reform, and rural development is aimed at helping us to stimulate growth, promote job creation, and transformation in the agriculture and rural development sector. Compatriots, earlier I mentioned the need for us to promote investor and consumer confidence. We will achieve this goal through improving the implementation of our various programs with regard to agriculture. Importantly, we can improve the confidence of our people in us and of external stakeholders such as foreign investors through actively dealing with corruption and activities that cause negative perceptions about our country. We remain fully committed to clean governance. Funds that are allocated for public services must be used for public services and nothing else. There must be no deviation in this regard. I therefore wish to ensure or to assure you that law enforcement agencies have been authorized to deal decisively with corruption and crime in both the private and public sectors. If certain individuals or companies have been involved in criminal activities, this information must be provided to the police so that investigations can be undertaken. Nobody is above the law in our country. Compatriots, let me congratulate you on holding this important conference, which is significant for our economy. Let us work together as the public and private sectors to transform strengthen and boost our agricultural sector. Agriculture is one of the key sectors of our economy, if not the most. I think the President made the point here that everything you do is actually agriculture. And particularly if agriculture is not made to be something else. If you just make it to be what it is, healthy. I won't add too many things that begin to change it. Just no, that's very true. Almost everyone says, let us go back to natural things, not so. Huh? Well, me, I don't know. But they are correcting me organic. It's absolutely crucial. And it is absolutely important that the country is gradually educated about the importance of agriculture. And that's why I'm happy that the young people are beginning to have interest in agriculture. Agriculture is life. Without agriculture, you can't live. So it is absolutely important, and I hope, I'm now gossiping, I hope that when I'm gone, you will talk to the Minister of Finance about the importance of this. Well, colleagues, I wish you success with the conference and look forward to receiving a report on the outcome. And then the President has promised that the report will come. We'll be looking forward towards your report. And I would like really to thank you for your attention and for having me this evening. In and about 1 year, 9 months, I'm retiring in public office, and I'm going to join you. Yes. So those who have been farming all the time, they must give me free lessons how to farm, because I want to be organic, to be even more younger than I am. Yes. Thank you very much indeed.
Mr. President, just a second, Mr. President, before you disappear. You know, when I was growing up, because I
Many saying that the former minister is now endorsing Ramaphosa as the next president. Campaign time, Prof?
Yeah.
So early.
Let's at least accept that people have a right to expressing themselves in terms of who they support.
But what is lacking, very seriously, is that there is no that leadership role that is played by the leadership to say, we haven't opened succession and let us deal with those that are campaigning openly, because we haven't opened it as the leadership of the ANC.
What we need in this country is that we need a ruling party or a leading party to be able to engage with issues that affect the people.
Our people campaign openly. It weakens the organization. In fact, it makes the policies of the ANC even more popular.
Stay tuned to Media Monitor and catch on analysts unpacking top stories every Sunday from 9 a.m.
The Pan-African Parliament as a legislative body could go a long way in continuing to promote women's rights in all African member states.
Moon will be elected president. A decisive win by him will provide much needed stability in South Korea.
The Deputy President and the SADC Oversight Committee have been mandated to convene a multi-stakeholder national dialogue before elections.
5 teams are trapped in the relegation mud. These include Bloemfontein Celtic, 12th on the log, followed by Chipa United, Free State Stars and Baroka, who are second from the bottom, as well as Highlands Park, who have won only 4 matches.
Venture in line with Wines of South Africa's mandate to promote the value of South African wines locally and abroad. They have since established key alliances to ensure excellent service at all times within and outside South Africa. As you will know, President Peli is derived from Pelindaba. Not so long ago, in fact on Saturday, we were laying to rest one man who comes from that area, Ronnie Mamuemba, from Atteridgeville, which is situated in the west of Pretoria. Peli's strength is always pairing wine with people for optimum results in line with its vision to participate in the value chain of the wine farming environment, be the preferred partner in collaborations and contribute to the local and global success of South African wine industry through building a proudly South African brand. And in pursuing this challenge, Peli Wines produced 2 cultivars under the mentorship of Stellenbosch Vineyard during December 2016. Miss Moyahabo was the winemaker for the project. So 2016, they got that award. They also got the Ostad Sauvignon Blanc award, named after the oldest section in Atteridgeville within 6 months of production. They won bronze medal in international wine competition, Vinoro in Madrid in Spain. So they are also global, President, they are international. So they've achieved quite a lot. It is possible, Mr. President. All right, fantastic. A round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen, for Peli Wines. President Tati. All right, now we award for outstanding contribution to South African agriculture, Ms. Bongiwe Nomnandi Njobe. She has, President, been involved in a number of the issues that you were raising here. Over 30 years experience working in the agricultural sector. She holds a degree from the Agricultural University of Bulgaria. She obtained this in 1983, followed this with working in the ANC farms in Zambia, and she's also worked in Lusaka. Bongiwe Njobe worked with the Helena Donnelly established the Agrarian Project as an NGO that initiated a focused approach to land and agricultural policy in a future South Africa that led to the establishment of the Land and Agriculture Policy Center and the subsequent contribution to the development of land and agricultural policy within the Reconstruction and Development Program in 1994. Subsequently, she worked at the Foundation for Research and Development at the University of Pretoria to set up the School of Agriculture and Rural Development. Now, between 1994 and 1995, Bongiwe initiated and led the Broadening Access to Agriculture Trust, which focused on addressing the opportunities for transformation of the agricultural sector, constructed on 5 pillars: access to finance, technology, transfer, human capital, development, access to markets, and support services. In 1995, she joined the National Development of Agriculture as Chief Director, Resource Conservation and Quality Control. It's a very long list, Mr. President, but I can tell you now, as a director in the National Department of Agriculture, these are some of the key achievements that she achieved. She launched the implementation of the Land Care Program, which you were talking about. She launched the Female Farmer of the Year Awards, which you were talking about just moments ago. Through her leadership, the multicultural stakeholder process that resulted in the development of a common vision, the Agricultural Sector Plan, a united and prosperous agriculture. This was in 2001. She also created and introduced policy for agricultural drought management and agricultural risk management. She's also involved in the cusp program. So there is just a lot. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for this program.
Wonderful.
And now we want to acknowledge the outstanding contribution to South African agriculture of Mbashe Agricultural Initiative. That's the end of the minister. All right, Mbashe Agricultural Initiative. Representing Mbashe, please do come. They are in the Mbashe agricultural area. The initiative focuses on the development of a commercial model for the profitable and sustainable farming of community-owned land. It's a commercial model designed to have high social impact with particular emphasis on income generation and food security for participating communities. The initiative was originally started by Wiphold in 2012-2013. It was commercialized by Wiphold in 2014, and Wiphold then began injecting working capital, Minister of Finance, loans into the initiative. It also set up WIP equipment, which provides most of the mechanization services to the initiative. Their vision is over time growing the whole system or the whole value chain in the Mbashe area of maize, soybeans production and processing, livestock farming, processing, cash crops and agricultural business services. We want to bring the established agricultural infrastructure of the Free State, they say, to Mbashe and extend this model along the Wild Coast. In 2015, Old Mutual and Nedbank became partners to the initiative and also injected working capital loans into the initiative. The loans from all three parties are zero loans, with the repayment schedule only beginning in 2020-2021. Since 2014, government has provided grant subsidies to the initiative, and as of 2016-2017 season, 2,001 hectare dry land, maize and soybean is being cultivated, and 2023 landowners are project members from 34 villages, and they are participating in this initiative. So we recognize Mbashe Agricultural Initiative.
Glorious work. Madam Glorious Robert, the CEO of Wiphold
Una was at a great women's band. and they're doing excellently. Can I have all the recipients of the awards today come for a photo session with the President, please? Thank you so much. A round of applause for all the winners today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Well done. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. President. You are now released of your duties. And the President of AFASA, you can now ascend the stage for a vote of thanks. Dr. Mahlai, you can come and say a vote of thanks for this.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me start by thanking Mr. President for honoring us, particularly the last item. This is something extremely special to us, and thank you to Minister Zokwana for gracing this important event. It is not always that we have an opportunity to celebrate women of such substance. And we are indeed, as a FASA, very proud to celebrate these women. And there are specific reasons for choosing these by the team that did, because these symbolize what is possible. I believe that what Peli did was to show us that you don't have to be in Stellenbosch or come from Stellenbosch to be in wine. You can just do it from Peli, and it is amazing. Thank you. And recently she was in Spain, and her wines are just all over, and we're extremely proud. All these are just women who are global trendsetters. We're also proud because recently Bongi has just been appointed as the chairperson of the Global Forum for Research. So all this important work that she has done in our country and continent has been recognized globally. Congratulations, Bongi. What is also significant with the Mbashe initiative is that an empowered company, which is a women-empowered company, is continuing to empower other people, particularly in the rural areas. And that is what we are celebrating. So we're saying thanks to you. Continue to do what you're doing. And you have blessed us today by just being part of your success. We know it's not easy, but we're grateful that you're continuing, because that makes us proud. Let me thank, first and foremost, the President for being here. We know how busy he is, and we thank the team of the Presidency for collaborating with us in making this day possible. Thank you so much. I'd like to also thank our Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, who was with us in the morning and is back again with us. We truly appreciate it, Minister, and we do believe that we will continue to strengthen the relationship because the time is now. We also would like to thank the Minister of Finance. Minister, the real baptismal of fire, Mr. President, is for the Minister tonight. Because what we are hoping for is that his life from tonight is not going to be the same anymore. We are going to make sure that we have a relationship that will change his life as well as change our lives. Because without finance, there's no deal. And without the deal in agriculture, there's no food. So this is the best place to be. Thank you so much, Minister, for making sure that you're part of this tonight. Our honored guests who have made sure that they're here with us today, and it can never be possible to be in somebody's backyard without being honored by the presence of the acting mayor. We know that it's been a busy day, and we're very grateful. We're also grateful. There's no way we can talk about agriculture and commercialization and without strengthening the partnership with the traditional leaders. So the representation is very, very important from our side to have the vice chair. Let me thank also the leaders of various formations of agriculture who are here tonight. We've been together, most of you, during the course of the conference, and we'll still be together tomorrow. But we want you to appreciate the fact that every part that takes us forward, every step is a critical step. And in a sense, we've been harsh sometimes towards each other. I attended, even some of the parallel sessions. They were very good. And I think that it's the whole reason for this conversation is to move forward. the good thing is that when you're family, you have each other. You can fight, but you have to find a solution. And we have each other across the board. Thank you so much to the industry for making it possible that we have the conversation that we should. And to the Afasa farmers, this is your evening. This is your conference. I nearly said something wrong. I nearly said you can only mess it up. But it is up to us to take it to the next level. But thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for the support that you have provided. And to the team, Mr. Manjana, you know, I wasn't asking you to look at your wife. The team that has supported us throughout, we are so grateful because we have managed to pull it off. And please continue to do that. You must know, even those who are not here, they must know that. And to the young farmers, I was very happy when the Honorable President was referring to the young farmers because we have very vibrant young farmers here. And we have their chairperson, no, over there, who is a please come, Nono. This young farmer is an amazing person. And she is organizing, we're having another conference when? Where?
On the 14th and 15th of August.
Yes. So we're having a follow-up conference which is specifically focusing on young farmers. So please continue to support us. Thank you so much. Thanks to the media. We truly appreciate it. Only you can make it possible for everybody to understand and appreciate what farmers do, as well as the plight that continues to face them. Thanks to everybody. Have a safe trip back home. See you tomorrow for others. Thank you. And thank you to our program director. Thank you so much.
All right, just one final item before we all depart. Just to remind you again, the 15-minute press